Welcome to level 25 out of 31 levels of the 613 degrees or rungs on Jacob's ladder. To rob is a horrible trespass and sin. To rob means to commit robbery. Robbery is theft of something from a person by use of violence and threat. Violence is intense physical force that causes or is intended to cause injury or destruction. So to steal is to take and carry away wrongfully and with intent to keep, and rob is to steal but to steal violently. A robber who commits robbery is so defiled and experienced such degradation, disintegration, and deterioration of the soul that their soul cannot discern between right and wrong, and if it can discern between right and wrong, chooses to do the wrong act, having absolutely no concern for others, and will willingly use their spirit to gain something with no fear of harming others. This person is considered a defiled person, one who experienced trauma that causes a condition of PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder, causing a person to commit crimes such as robbery with no regard for others. Sadly, this person is not fulfilled at all or satisfied or happy with their life and will endanger the lives of others in order to get what they want. This is pure egoism and selfishness, concern for self and no concern for others. You can consider this person to be an uncoverer of nakedness, which is a term we will later find out about that references a modern psychological illness called ASPD, which stands for Antisocial Personality Disorder. A UON, also called an uncoverer of nakedness, or an ASPD, called an antisocial personality disorder patient, has zero regard for others. One can say this person has a condition called hatred or anger above reason. The anger, hatred, and pain in their life overrides any sense of reason of right and wrong and thinks the thoughts, "Who cares?" This is a very low level of human degradation. The level of pain they experience is most likely so painful that they just don't care about life anymore and will do anything and everything to get what they want and won't let anything or anyone stand in their way. The sad part about robbery is the victims who witness the robbery or are abused during the robbery. They can develop PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, from the stress caused from the robbery. Children especially are susceptible to this trauma, but adults can also receive trauma too. If you look at the situation subjectively, one might favor judgment over mercy or do the opposite and be too merciful. It is hard to know for certain what is going on in the mind of the robber without being in the mind of the robber or talking to the robber. One might say, well, they just had a tough upbringing and inherited psychological disorders and are a victim of society or product of the environment. Others might say, well, they had the choice to make, to rob or not to rob, and they chose to rob. The choice of robbery was sin and are guilty by law. Of course, there must be societal justice, and a person has to abide by the laws of society. If that person trespasses or transgresses any of the laws of the society, in order to protect the people of society, criminals have to be contained and sentenced to jail time in order to prevent crimes from reoccurring. Hopefully one day we will be able to act as one family called humanity, eliminating criminality by taking mutual responsibility for others' actions and helping others prevent committing crimes by ensuring a loving upbringing and environment for everyone, preventing a harsh upbringing. It is also hopeful that psychiatric medicine will advance enough to stabilize a criminal mind and prevent them from acting on their psychological illnesses. When it comes to seeing the big picture or perceiving the totality of reality, it comes back to fulfillment and satisfaction. If the robber was fulfilled by society, they would not have the need to rob. Hopefully one day we will all be able to help each other become fulfilled and satisfied, body and mind, soul and spirit, creating lasting peace and ending war.